All right, everybody. I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. It is Friday, June 4th. Happy Friday, everybody. Today we got an update from the IRS on the unemployment compensation exclusion refunds. Okay, as you all know, the first $10,200 of unemployment compensation received in 2020 was made tax-free by the American Rescue Plan for taxpayers who make less than $150,000 a year. And today, just right now, I just got the buzz, June 4th, the IRS announced, gave us a little bit of update on this. They're saying the IRS is sending more than 2.8 million refunds to those who already paid taxes on 2020 unemployment compensation. The IRS has identified 13 million taxpayers that may be eligible for the adjustment. Some will receive refunds, which will be issued periodically, and some will have the overpayment applied to taxes due or other debts. Okay, so yes, I get this question. Can this refund be applied to my back taxes? The answer is yes, it can. If you need help with your back taxes, taxrelief@loganalec.com. You know where to find me. And this is important too. For some, there will be no change, right? And that's the fact of the matter. Some folks out there, yeah, if they're very low income, and or relatively low income, and this change doesn't increase their earned income tax credit, right? It doesn't reduce their tax liability. They already had all their withholdings refunded. There's going to be no change. There's going to be no refund for them, right? You really have to look at your updated tax return, right? Like in TurboTax or whatever you used. Compare the updated refund amount to the refund amount you received, right? It's possible there's no change. If there's no change, you shouldn't be looking for a refund, right? If that amount went up, obviously you know the amount of the refund you should be expecting from the IRS. So IRS said earlier this month, the IRS began its programming review of tax returns filed prior to the enactment of the American Rescue Plan to identify the excludable unemployment compensation. Well, I thought they started last month. Maybe this was written in May. I don't know. Anyway, the IRS says it's making corrections for earned income tax credit, premium tax credit, and recover rebate credit. Now, this is interesting to me. It says taxpayers who have qualifying children and who became eligible for the earned income tax credit after the exclusion is calculated may have to file an amended return to claim any new benefits. They say may here. Previously, they said should. Let me see if I can find that release from the IRS. I think that was on May 14th. Yes, before they said should file an amended tax return. So that was the guidance we had on May 14th. That was the most recent guidance we had before this announcement. Now they're saying may have to file an amended return to claim any new benefits. I don't know if that's just, I don't want to read too much into that, but I did find that interesting. But now they're saying, look, the IRS can adjust tax returns for those who are single with no children and who became eligible for earned income tax credit. Okay, so it says the IRS can adjust tax returns where the earned income tax credit was claimed and qualifying children identified. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that the IRS is now saying if you have no children, even if you weren't eligible for the earned income tax credit before, but you are now after this adjustment, right? So let's say you filed your tax return before the American Rescue Plan was passed, you paid your taxes on the $10,200, and you were not eligible for the earned income tax credit, and you have no children. The IRS is saying that if this adjustment to the $10,200 makes you eligible for the earned income tax credit that you weren't eligible for before, didn't just increase the amount, but makes you newly eligible for it, the IRS is saying that for those who are single with no children, the IRS can adjust your return for you. However, if you have children, okay, and previously you were not eligible for the earned income tax credit when you originally filed your return, keeping the $10,200 as taxable income because you didn't know at the time, right? Because the law hadn't changed yet. But now, if you're newly eligible for the earned income tax credit with children, then you may have to file an amended return. Okay. Now, if you were eligible for the earned income tax credit before, right, and you filed your return including the $10,200 as income, whether you had children or not, and the $10,200 adjustment merely increased the amount of your earned income tax credit or other credits, you don't have to amend your return. Okay, so now the IRS is specifically saying that the people who have to amend their tax return, or who may have to amend their tax return, are those who filed with children, originally filed their tax return, including the $10,200 as income, and who did not previously qualify for the earned income tax credit, who now, after the $10,200 is taken out of income, who now qualify for the earned income tax credit. Okay, if that's your scenario, IRS is saying you may have to file an amended return. It says, to date, IRS has reviewed over 3.1 million returns, with more than 2.8 million receiving refunds. Okay, so roughly 9 out of 10 people who are eligible for this adjustment do receive refunds, right? Maybe this number here would be a little bit more, right, taking into account those who have to amend. The IRS plans, now this is I know what many folks are waiting for. The IRS plans to issue the next set of refunds in mid-June. Okay. The review of returns and processing corrections will continue during the summer as the IRS continues to review the simplest returns and then turns to more complex returns. So I've seen a lot of the comments, hey, man, my return's super simple. It's just me. I'm single, no dependents. I just have a W-2 and I got unemployment compensation in 2020. That's it. Yes, theoretically, you should be one of the first in line, okay, according to what the IRS says. All right, according to what they say, right? With married taxpayers, those who file jointly, and those with more complex returns, receiving their refund later. Many of you already know this, right? Many of you already received this letter. Taxpayers will receive letters from the IRS, generally within 30 days of the adjustment, informing them what kind of adjustment was made, such as refund, payment of IRS debt payment, or payment offset, and the amount of the adjustment. Okay. All right, folks, that is my update on this today. I do earnestly hope that more of you receive your refund for this. I know many of you are waiting very earnestly for this, and I do hope that the IRS gets you your money for it very, very soon. All right, folks, happy Friday. I'm going to release another video later today, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.